Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, episode 122. Tonight, it's the Palys, the Nintendo Pal Awards, where each year we sit down and we turn the voice to the people to vote for the best games of the year. So, the Palys 2022, let's get started. Well, this is super fun. This year we had a lot of votes. I think a significant amount more than we had last year for votes. Micah and I both dressed for the occasion in our professional wear.
The fanciest clothing Andross owns that I could wear.
And
I randomly put my shirts on.
we have some awards to give out that were voted by you, the listeners, the community, the people out there. So let's get started. We're gonna start with the bad news, and that's the biggest disappointment. The award that we have each and every year that goes to the most disappointing game or thing that happened in the year. The nominees for biggest disappointment are Mario Strikers Battle League, Nintendo Switch Sports, the cancellation of Smash World Tour, Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp delay, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet bugs and glitches, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition pre-orders. Oh, that was rough. I'd forgotten about that one. That was bad. And finally, Gilva Sunner Nintendo Music Channel being taken down. There were a lot of disappointing things that happened this year. But what was the biggest disappointment? Well, the biggest disappointment award goes to Mario Strikers Battle League. And you know what? Fair. This is probably my biggest regret purchase for this year. I did not enjoy Battle League as much as I was hoping, but I also haven't really enjoyed Strikers ever.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just me. I think maybe it was a bit overhyped. And there were, so I don't think that this game's that terrible. Like,
Not that terrible.
no, I
Just
think
regular terrible.
I think it got really, really smacked on. There were some major problems with it that I didn't like, such as you could only do like team ups of 2. So for like club matches and stuff, you could only pair with one other person. That's lame when there's a team of 4.
Yeah.
I kind of wished more that you could do 4 on a team against 4 on another team, but I think Nintendo's online may have prevented that from being possible.
Yeah. I still think it was a fun game. Even though they made kind of a push for being online and whatnot, I feel like it's best played on the same couch.
Yep. And because they made a push for it to be online, but then it didn't really have like a ton of update content. We got 4 more characters over the course of the year.
Yeah.
And they weren't
a couple more types of gear.
Was
Nothing too groundbreaking.
Yeah. It needed more modes, for sure. It just felt a little low on the tier. But that was the biggest disappointment as voted by the community. I guess close your eyes, Micah, as I scroll down so we can kind of look at that.
Curious. This seems like a bad idea. We're gonna see so many spoilers.
Okay. Yeah, it was by a large margin.
Yeah.
That one. The other biggest disappointment was Nintendo Switch Sports. Actually, was in second place, followed by Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Bugs and Glitches, and I think that kind of reflects how the online community felt about it as well. Like, these were the three biggest things that were complained about. Yeah, so there you have it. On to our next category.
Yeah, the biggest undisappointment. Kind of hard to read those behind the monitor.
Sorry.
Right on. Ash Ketchum was crowned the world champion in Pokemon Journeys, the series. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Terrorbane. I don't know how to say that.
I say Terrorbane.
I usually say Terrorbane, but
you said
it
got weird.
Error. You gotta know it's
Error.
The error is extra big. Sonic Frontiers and the Game Awards 2022.
So the biggest undisappointment, meaning the biggest surprise, this was good. Like, oh, this was good. And some of these were ones that people were expecting were going to be bad and ended up being good. And then some of these were kind of like out of nowhere.
They just
like,
never saw them coming.
Yeah, I didn't see this being as good as it was. So, so what wins this one?
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus. It was much better than I thought it was going to be, yeah.
It was good.
I held pretty high reservations for it. I was pretty excited for it, but I was like...
Yeah, I waited a bit to see if I wanted to get it.
Yeah.
People said it was good, so I got it.
There you go. Well, speaking of people saying it was good, why don't we move to the next award? This award is new this year. This is for the super cool Nintendo Pals Community Content Creator. A very prestigious award that goes to a content creator that is part of the Nintendo Pals community, is a listener or like active in our Discord in some way, shape, or form, or on our Twitch channel. Just like somebody that associates with the community side of Nintendo Pals. This is replacing the Best Nintendo YouTuber award from last year because there just are so many, and most people were nominating people within the community anyways for that award. And I was like, this just doesn't feel like this fits anymore. So this is the award. The super cool Nintendo Pals Community Content Creator. The nominees for super cool Nintendo Pals Community Content Creator are coming up as I scroll to it. Oh, yeah. Flightsy and Flightship is his YouTube channel. Mute Dog the Gamer. $2 Hero. Third Strongest Mole. Barry Carenza. Solo Something. Cosmic. And Fedorable Will. And the winner for super cool Nintendo Pals Community Content Creator is $2 Hero. Let's go. Seth is fantastic. He's a great guy and an amazing content creator. So I am really happy to see his name top the charts here in this one. There were votes for all of the nominees for this one, and quite a few. This was pretty evenly matched, honestly. But Seth came out above the rest in votes. I think Sean Capri may have sent a lot of people over based off of some of the responses I saw. Hey, they're great communities. Can't complain. So for those that don't know who $2 Hero is, he's one of the co-hosts on the All N Nintendo podcast. We collaborate with them frequently here at the Nintendo Palace. They started about the same time as us, and we've kind of grown at the same pace, and they're just awesome guys over there. Seth works his tail off to get all of the content that he does done. Is like one of the highest end podcasts you can listen to. But
yep.
I guess works his tail off might not be accurate. Works his beard off because he's got one of the most impressive beards on the internet.
Just think of how much more impressive it could be if you didn't work so much of it off.
So definitely go check out all Nintendo podcasts. And Seth this year also became one of the co-hosts on the Nintendo Drive, which is part of Carpool Gaming. So definitely go check out that as well. Our buddy over there, Sean Capri, and the team over at Carpool Gaming are fantastic creators. So, I mean, Seth is just everywhere. He's everywhere. And he's guesting on all sorts of shows. He has his own solo shows. It's a great place to hang out. Just look for $2 Hero. All right. Next award.
The best debut Nintendo content creator.
I feel like I should explain this one a little bit. This is for brand new content creator from this past year. So this is like they just started their career in content creation. And yeah, I guess we read off the nominees.
Masahiro Sakurai, The Gamer Girl Podcast, Off the Wah, Carpool Gaming / The Nintendo Drive, Barely, a gaming podcast, and On Topic Retro.
Yeah, all these guys are really good friends with us, especially Masahiro Sakurai.
Yeah,
but we're
tight.
Yeah, we have a lot of awesome community members and people that started podcasts this year. Carpool Gaming is formerly You, Me, and Capri. Sean Capri, who's been podcasting since podcasting existed, and this is sort of the new phase for him and the team that all joined as part of Carpool Gaming. And the Nintendo Drive specifically started last year, which is their Nintendo show. Not as good as this show, but it's pretty good. I feel like we can say that because we just gave Seth an award and he's one of the hosts there. Like yeah, we give him a little bit. It's one of those. I'm sure
they're giving
the
1-2 a bunch of awards.
We
as well.
Yeah, we gave them like a boom. You guys rock, and then
almost
smack.
As much as us.
Yeah. Who wins?
The winner is Carpool Gaming / The Nintendo Drive.
All right. Well deserved. Carpool Gaming is a great place. You have anything else you want to say about this?
No.
You like Sean? You like Seth? I like Sean.
Cool guys.
I like Seth. We got to see Sean in person for the first time this last year. We got to give him a hug.
He has an incredible suit.
I
don't think I hugged him, actually.
Yeah, we definitely touched Sean, like shoulder taps and things like that.
Yep.
He does have a cool suit. We should get that exact suit for this show next year. We'll both wear full matching Mario Bros suits. Oh man, that would be awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for all of the votes in this category. We had some. There was a lot here. I thought it was a tough battle against Sakurai because I felt like everybody was going to vote for Sakurai, and his YouTube channel is awesome. But I think it's great that we're highlighting maybe a smaller creator than Sakurai to get this award. Next up, we have Best Free-to-Play Game. This one is not Best Free-to-Play that was introduced in 2022 necessarily, but just Best Free-to-Play in general. I shouldn't have looked.
Well, yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing there? Well, I know what it is. Okay, Best Free-to-Play. The nominees are Fall Guys, Fortnite, Rocket League, Overwatch 2, Pokemon Unite. How do you say that? How do you say Pokemon?
I just say Pokey.
Pokey? That's how I say it. I know it's wrong.
Here right now has a very strong opinion of the correct way to say it.
Is it the same person who has a strong opinion on how to spell Palys?
It could be. There is a chance.
Pokemon Unite and Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2. Best free-to-play game. The award goes to Fall Guys.
I think you also just showed it to the camera right before.
Oh, did I? Spoilers. Fall Guys, or as my kids like to call it, Small Guys. Oh man, what a great game! This came out this last year, right? On Switch.
Yes.
It was out way before that everywhere else.
And it became free as well.
That was when it became free to play. So yeah, I think that it is a fantastic game. Maybe not quite as replayable as some of the other ones on this list, but it's much.
They change up some of the obstacles every once in a while, though.
Yeah,
which is nice.
I think it's the most accessible out of everything on this list. Right? There's not a lot to it. You run and you can jump.
Yeah, it's kind of like a good party game that
Yeah.
you also play with like 98 other people.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I guess they just have 60.
The online works really good. We hosted probably the biggest private lobby ever that I've hosted.
Yeah.
Ever in general.
I think there are some other people that might be a little more popular.
We hosted a huge private lobby during Extra Life 2022, the in-person event that we went to in New York, and we had 30 plus people, 40-ish people.
I think we got up to about 30.
It was more than that, if I recall. It was basically everybody in the room, and at that, not everybody in the room, but it was like a huge room filled with like tons of people, and because we were hosting it, they put our stream up on the big screen, which then froze pretty quickly.
Right away?
Yeah, not our stream, but the screen. So we were just up there frozen. That was pretty fun.
It was awesome.
Good memories. Fall Guys is so great. I think it's just a fun way to connect.
Yep.
Speaking of fun ways to connect.
Yes, exactly what I was going to say.
Got your back, pal.
The best ongoing. The nominees are Splatoon 3, Pokemon Unite, Nintendo Switch Sports, Fall Guys, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Fortnite, and Rocket League. Quite a bit of crossover here.
Yeah. 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 I mean, because a lot of these free-to-play are ongoing.
Yep. I guess I should probably flip this card over and announce who won. And that is Splatoon 3.
Oh, Splatoon 3 won. When I checked this partway through the voting,
that's against the rules.
Mario Kart 8 was in a hefty lead. So, I mean, do you mind if we go and look at how this one turned out?
Look at all these spoilers. Ooh, I know purple wins that one.
Oh, it's pretty close. So 36% of the votes went to Splatoon 3, 32% went to Mario Kart 8. And then Fortnite, followed by Fall Guys. But those are much further behind. So there you go. Best free-to-play was pretty evenly split as well. Just a lot of love for the free-to-play games and the ongoing this year. Okie dokie. Next up, we have the Best Nintendo Gizmo. This is a fun award that returns from last year, where we talk about some cool Nintendo physical thing that came out. Unlike last year, though, there wasn't a ton of Gizmo-y type stuff. Last year being 2021, because we're in 2023 recording the episode for 2022. Confusing.
Just a little late.
The last time there was there was something Labo. There was also the Game & Watch.
Oh yeah.
And the OLED, and or is that this year? That was this year? No. Those are just special editions. So yeah, there was a bunch last year. This year we've just got amiibos and some other stuff. Here's the nominees. Splatoon 3 Nintendo Switch OLED. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Switch OLED. The Splatoon 3 amiibo. Pokemon Squishmallows. Steve and Alex amiibo. And the Cold Stone Ice Cream collab. Mario Party, Animal Crossing, and Kirby flavors, which I tried all of. It's pretty good.
Are those really gizmos?
It's a physical thing. We could have kept it. We just like pull it out of the freezer, like months and months later.
Glass case for it in the freezer.
Yeah, exactly. The award for Best Nintendo Gizmo goes to the Splatoon 3 Nintendo Switch OLED. It's a cool looking Switch.
Actually surprised me a little bit though. I think the Scarlet and Violet might be my favorite Switch.
Really?
Something about those colors. So good.
It's that orange.
And it's also purple.
That's not actually Scarlet.
Yeah,
that kind of bothers me a little bit.
It is confusing. And I do like the color orange, but I don't like that they called it Scarlet. And it's like the logo is clearly like an orange.
Yep.
But this Switch is also great.
Agreed. I think the Cold Stone was my favorite on this one. It's just so unique and fun. Ice cream, man. We all scream for ice cream.
But it doesn't last.
True.
It's fleeting.
It is fleeting. Ice cream is fleeting, but OLEDs are forever.
Exactly.
What's the next award, Micah?
The Best Nintendo Event.
Ooh.
And the nominees are Animal Crossing plus Splatoon live concert at Nintendo Live 2022, the Super Mario Bros. Movie Direct, the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Direct, and the Splatoon 3 Direct. Did I say 3 threes in there somewhere?
Splatoon 3. No, you said that right. You questioned the last
I feel like
nominee.
I added in extra threes for some reason.
And then I want to give an honorable mention that did not make the nominee list, mostly because I forgot to add it to the nominee list. Nobody nominated it, but I should have. And that's for the Kirby Anniversary Concert, which was hosted at like 1 a.m. here in the U.S. because it was a live concert in Japan. Very cool. Very cool. That's an honorable mention. But who wins the award?
Well, I don't know yet. Now I do. It's the Super Mario Bros. Movie Direct.
It was
pretty great.
It was a pretty great direct. I think it saved a lot of people from having anxiety for what the movie.
Except for Chris Pratt, apparently.
Yeah, everybody. The trailer came out and everybody was like, "Okay, this is gonna work." Maybe everybody kind of was counting on it being bad. And the trailer really helped turn that around. I think the online perception of this game has changed drastically since that direct came out. Plus, was that the direct with Seth Rogen? And he's like, no, that one was with Chris Pratt. And Chris Pratt and Jack Black. I wanted to say Doug Bowser. Chris Pratt and Jack Black. Chris Pratt was like, yeah, stomping Koopas that at the arcade at his local laundromat.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yep. Good times. Foodorable Will says all the threes is how we know it isn't a Valve Pals stream. It's true. Because threes, I was like, Valve can't do threes.
The third game.
Yeah. If Steam's so great, where's Steam 2?
It's so great they don't need a Steam 2.
Let's move on to... speaking of so great, it doesn't need a Steam 2. The next category. Best Puzzle Game. The Best Puzzle Game. The nominees for Best Puzzle Game are The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, Unpacking, Tetris Effect Connected, and Pokemon Puzzle League. And the winner for Best Puzzle Game is Tetris Effect Connected.
Woohoo!
I think that's a good win. I have been so close to buying this game so many times. But every time I get close to buying it, I'm like, well, I've heard that the best way to play it is in VR.
And so gotta get VR.
I gotta get VR first. Yeah, I'm saving it for that, and then I will definitely be playing Tetris Effect Connected. I love puzzle games, and that just sounds like it's right up my alley. In no world is Tetris Effect better than the Stanley Parable. I mean, maybe in the world of puzzle games, because Stanley Parable isn't really a puzzle game. This was a weird...
Puzzle adjacent.
Yeah, this was a weird... that's a weird game to categorize, but don't worry. Stanley Parable will be back. Don't worry. Okay. Micah, give us the next category.
Speaking of being back, the next category is the best adventure game.
Oh, yeah. What's that to do with oh, yeah.
We're moving on. And the nominees are somewhere. He's the wrong scroller. Are they the best? You passed it.
I did?
You kept going.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
And the nominees are Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Bug Snacks, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Sonic Frontiers, and Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. And the winner is... What? Sonic Frontiers.
No. That's not real. Gotta go down to look at that. That's
really wrong color.
Oh no.
That can't be right.
Sorry, Sonic fans. There are 2 blues in the results, and Muggle Moo adding them together picked the wrong blue for... Who's the real winner?
I was like, Presto, how many of your friends did you get to vote for this? The real winner is Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah, okay. Sonic better be the best. Sonic is actually like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place.
It's tied for Fire Emblem.
Tied with Fire Emblem. Not tied for Fire Emblem.
It's tied for
It's tied for Fire Emblem. Oh, man.
That was great.
That was great. Well. Let's move on to a bit easier to calculate.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt for this next one.
This is the most anticipated game. The nominees are The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Pikmin 4, Metroid Prime 4, Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp, Hogwarts Legacy, Fire Emblem Engage, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I'm realizing I'm holding Deluxe. I'm holding the cards up so that people could potentially see what. Oh my god.
Yeah, unfortunately your camera's actually good enough for people to do that.
Octopath Traveler 2 and Hades 2.
Wow, what could it be?
The winner?
The suspense.
Drum roll. That's actually going to be really loud on your microphone.
That's why I went real
The quick. Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Who could have guessed?
Who would have thought?
Wow.
I really want to know what the second place is for this one, so we could...
Better be.
Oh my gosh! So for the vote, 60% of the vote went to Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Surprising absolutely no one.
It looks like it is eating the rest of the pie chart in the results. It is far and away the winner. What would you see?
The Pikmin 4, I think. And then probably Hades. Oh no, Hades and Prime 4 tied for third. Actually, wait, that one looks real big.
5.2.
So we go to that one right there. Yeah, Fire Emblem Engage, actually.
Okay, so it's Tears of the Kingdom, followed by Pikmin 4, then Fire Emblem Engage, and then a 3-way tie between Prime, Hogwarts Legacy, 4-way tie.
4-way.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland, and Hades 2. Wow. This was a lot of votes, too. I'm surprised we got like a 4-way tie. LPD says looking classy, pals. Yeah, we got our professional wear on for the awards show. This is how we would show up to an awards show, probably. I hope someday we get invited to like some streamer or podcast awards show. Oh, that would be great. Okay, that's it. Do you want to cover?
No, I'm good at what I do.
You got
so good at what I do, probably.
Yeah.
But the next category is Best Co-op.
Ooh,
and the nominees happen to be Kirby and the Forgotten Land, It Takes Two, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Splatoon 3, and Don't Starve Together. And the winner is Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yep. As long as it beat, no offense, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Good game. I really enjoy it. But it's not that good of a multiplayer.
It's not bad.
No, I mean, it's not bad. There's just not much to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right there.
Wow, it's...
co-op.
Okay, so for this one, I'm surprised by this one, honestly, because I thought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was going to take this one. Which it's a close second place and tied with It Takes Two. So this was a very split category. All of these have like 20-ish% of the votes. There you go. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the co-op is pretty fun. It works decently, I'd say. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great game. Great game.
Have you finished it?
Not yet. Don't ask me if I finished any games this year.
Oh, I was pretty confident I already knew the answer.
Best multiplayer is the next category. I'm going to use my hider here. The nominees are...
Yeah, this is not foreshadowing, by the way. Or is it?
Splatoon 3. The Jackbox Party Pack 8. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Pack. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Nintendo Switch Sports, Kirby's Dream Buffet, and Nintendo 64, Nintendo Switch Online, which was like Micah's most played game this last year.
It was. I don't
the winner
it.
is Kirby's Dream Buffet.
Wow.
I am surprised by this one. Honestly, I'm surprised by this one.
Yeah, I thought
Splatoon, I thought was going to take that one. For sure.
And it dominated. Wait, no it didn't. It happened again. It's actually Sonic Frontiers.
Okay. The winner of the best multiplayer is Splatoon 3.
Just like we thought.
Yeah, not the card was you see it says Splatoon 3 right there. I just misread it to be Kirby's Dream Buffet. How did you mix that one up? It's blue again. It's the same problem.
Colors.
Oh my gosh! Why? They must look pretty similar on the phone. Yeah. Oh man. Sorry, Muggles Moo. We've thrown you under the bus here.
Well,
we
messed
up.
This exact moment.
We messed up real bad.
They didn't know it was her until right then. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it was a surprise for us. Splatoon 3, great. It destroyed. It had 50% of the votes.
Speaking of destroying, we got the best RPG up next.
As in, you want to destroy the best RPG?
Not the best RPGs just destroy. And the nominees are Triangle Strategy, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
So this is one of those ones where it's like, oh, well, one of these is in the Game of the Year nominees.
Actually, better win.
Actually,
to 30% of
three of these are in Game of the Year nominees. So this isn't the game. Yeah, this isn't the Game Awards where you go, oh, I guess it's gonna be this game because the one that was Game of the Year nominee.
Well, you
was
can't
in there.
not win. It's then smaller categories, right?
Who knows how that works?
We
go based off the vote of the people, so we have no mess ups happening here other than when we read the wrong answer.
Yep. The winner is Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
This doesn't surprise me at all.
Nope.
That on this list,
deserved.
like, I don't know if Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I mean, it's an RPG, right? It's not a classic RPG like Triangle Strategy or Live Alive, which is more that like turn-based. That's what I think of.
Old school RPG. RPGs have kind of evolved.
But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the most RPG on this list, I'd say. Well deserved. Well deserved. Well, speaking of well deserved, let's talk about Nintendo. And this is the award we give out for everybody that listens to us that wants us to talk about not Nintendo stuff. This category is specifically for games that were not released on a Nintendo platform. Yet. Yes. Could turn around because last year the winner of this was It Takes Two.
Oh, yeah.
And then
now we have to change it.
It's
Something
no
else.
longer a Nintendo game. It's on the Nintendo Switch. So, best Nintendo game. The nominees are Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Stray, A Plague Tale Requiem?
Requiem? I feel like this exact thing has happened before. I don't remember what other time we were saying Requiem.
Were we talking about Requiem?
Yeah, or Requiems, either.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
And don't forget Fatal Alloy.
Let's not bring that back. Interestingly enough, this is just the Game Awards, Game of the Year Awards, but we took out Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and replaced it with Call of Duty.
Yep.
A fitting replacement, I'd say.
Very similar games, I've heard.
Yeah, they're, basically
Having
the same
played
thing.
neither, they could be the same game.
The winner of Best Nintendo Game goes to... This has to be a joke.
Oh.
It's the exact same from It's literally the least voted for thing, but because it's blue, the blues got mixed up in the results. So my card says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but the real winner is Elden Ring. Yeah, surprising no one.
You still have to play, right?
Turning this card over was the biggest shock of my career.
Can you imagine if you turned it over and it said Sonic Frontiers?
That would have been so great, except it would have made no sense. Yeah, I got to give some explanation here. So the way that Google survey responses shows the response is in like a pie chart. I'm sure it can change the settings so it's different. But each of the pie segments has a color, and there are two blues. There's a dark blue and a light blue. And I am going to take a guess here because this was done while driving.
In a car. While someone else was driving.
Yeah. No, I was driving and doing these. No, Muggle Moo put this together off a small screen in the dark, and I'm guessing that the blues just look really similar on that screen. So yep, Elden Ring. I mean, this doesn't surprise anybody, right?
Great game.
It won Game of the Year at that other Game Awards show that nobody watches.
Some people have heard about.
Okay. Let's move to the next
Speaking
one.
of I'm hearing about things.
I'm still recovering from that jump scare.
The Best Soundtrack Award. And it has nominees. And those nominees...
Oh, it does. It has some great nominees.
We got to pull these up on one of the monitors. So those nominees are Tunic, Splatoon 3, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I just gotta say, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles almost wins this for me just based off of that one song when fighting Shredder.
With the rapping?
Yeah, it was so good. But the winner is Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, I was like...
We don't have to double check that, right?
If this doesn't win, I'm going to be shocked. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I have not played, but I've listened to a lot of the soundtrack. And by a lot, I mean like a couple hours, because it's like 20 plus hours of music. It's insane. And every song just goes so hard. Yeah. I feel like it's just... Yeah, well, I'll have some clips playing in the post here so that people can hear the crazy screaming. Oh, so good. So good. The choir, the flute guy.
Oh, flute guy, yeah.
Flute guy. I mean, wouldn't be flute guy without Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's how. Still recovering. I'm so thrown off Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on that card. Let's move now to Best Story. The nominees for Best Story are Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Splatoon 3, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Sonic Frontiers, Neon White, Triangle Strategy, The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and Bugsnax.
Have you finished that game?
No, I haven't.
But the story's really good,
But
right?
the story's real good. Yeah. So far, from what I played, I'm about halfway through.
Maybe it gets real bad and you just don't know.
I know it gets real dark. I know it is real dark. It already is real dark. I mean, we're eating little bug snack creatures. Anywho, the winner of Best Story is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Going for a sweep. Going
pretty good there.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Best Story. Yeah.
Story, bro.
It is a good story, I think. Maybe we should play that game. Maybe we should
I don't know.
Well,
I got.
Before we move on to these last ones, let's do some quick awards. These are the awards that, if you watched the Game Awards, that they show before in the pre-show,
almost like the montage.
Yeah, the ones Jeff Keighley couldn't, he didn't have time to read, so he hired somebody else to do it.
Can't stir it pretty hard here.
I'll let you take that one, and I'll take this one.
Yes, there's the most awkward high five. Should I list the nominees?
There is no nominees. It's just given the award.
And the nominees are Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And the winner is Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That scene with the high five is just so great. It's like, come on, do the right thing.
Do the right thing. That line is so good. In relation to a high five.
There's a lot of good lines in that game. There's a lot of good ones. Next award. Most enjoyable bucket in a video game. And the award goes to The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Well deserved. Definitely the most enjoyable bucket. Favorite character in the game is the bucket. Like the emotional connection you feel with the bucket, the comfort, the safety, and the part. Oh man, I mean, I don't want to get into too much spoilers, but when it comes back in the end, like so great, so great. What a moment!
Very emotional.
It was very emotional.
Tears have been shed.
Yes. And then for those that haven't played it, like this is literally a line in the game. It's like, I think we might win most enjoyable bucket in a video game. And I was like, we have to do it. We have to make that an award.
True.
Oh, man. It's so great. And those are some of our off-brand goofy awards here. But one more, we want to nominate Bill Clinton for Best Orthodox Rabbi.
Or as LPD said, LeBron James. I don't know if you saw that in chat. I'd like to nominate LeBron James, my rabbi.
LeBron James. And I would like to nominate Masahiro Sakurai for Best Rabbi as well. Who's your best rabbi? Who's your favorite rabbi?
I gotta agree with LPD.
LeBron James. I mean, it's a pretty good pick.
James.
Pretty good pick. Man, that should just be. We should have just had an award. It came too late. We had the votes up before.
Best rabbi.
Best. Oh man. Purple Rayolu in chat puts out best glitches. That's a great award. Next year we'll have that. And that goes to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Or Terrorbane.
Oh, yeah. That's
I mean, it's
true.
Too on the nose for me, at least.
I don't, but those aren't real glitches. But
Excuse me? They felt real to me.
They're intentional. They're intentional glitches. Pokemon's are not. There's no denying.
It's actually Terrorbane 2. I'm going to just go back to calling it Terrorbane at some point.
Micah, you want to give your...
Yeah, speaking of Micah, the best indie game.
Micah is the best indie game.
And the nominees are... I noticed you move this up real quick when it's your turn, but...
I forget.
The nominees are... Tunic, Ooblets, Inscription, Sports Story, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, Terrorbane, Neon White, The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and Bugsnax. Got a lot of nominees here.
Yeah, and they're all really good games except for Sports Story. Yeah, so this was on the list to be voted for before it released. But because it had a date and would be coming out in December, and then it really should have been nominated for Biggest Disappointment.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Honorable mention for Biggest Disappointment.
Sports Story. Disappointment. So, spoilers, Sports Story did not win.
Hey, who knows? If it's the light blue, it could have won. But the winner is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, yeah. That, I mean, the votes were pretty spread here, but that one took it by a large margin. 28% of votes went to that, followed by 18% of votes to Tunic, 15% of votes to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and 13. That one has like multiple greens.
Those greens are real hard too.
And 13% to Neon White. And then last one of note is that.
No?
That's Ooblets. 8% went to Ooblets. All of these were great games. Great year for indies, and it's going to be another great year for indies next year. I mean, we've already got a bunch that we know are coming. One that came to mind right away was Hades 2. We also have Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. I'm looking forward to that one.
When is that coming out? I thought that was supposed to be out like forever ago.
And that one game that's Majora's Mask in space that I can never remember what it's called.
What?
Outer
Dead
Worlds?
Space?
Outer Worlds? The Outer Wilds?
Outer Wilds? That sounds like
Outer
the
Wilds.
name of a game I've heard about.
Dead Space. Yeah, that's just Majora's Mask in space.
Pretty much. With those re-deads?
Is that an indie game? Is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge an indie game?
I'm going to say yes because it won.
Yeah.
It was nominated. We didn't think about it too hard.
It was shown in an indie direct, if I recall.
Even Nintendo considers it.
Yeah, but it was also not. Yes. All right, Micah. So before we get to the final award, which is Game of the Year, it's time for the most important awards of tonight. And that is the Micah Award and the Andross Award. And these go to our Game of the Years, not necessarily the Game of the Year. So, Micah, what did... Wait, did you go just now? You just read that.
I did.
So this one's a tough one for me, y'all, because I may have some recency bias.
You're about to make the wrong decision. I can feel it.
Yeah, well, no matter what I pick, you'll say it's the wrong decision.
Well, obviously. That's how I know you're about to make the wrong decision.
Yeah, Micah's award isn't the Micah Award. It's called the Pretty Good Award.
Yeah.
The Pretty Good Award, and mine's the Take Over the World Award. I'm not going to do a 50-50 here. So I have to decide between my two. My two nominees for this are the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe and Pokemon Scarlet.
Wow. Betrayed.
And the winner is Sonic Frontier.
You stole my joke. That's what I was going to do.
The exact same. Oh, man. I think I'm going to have to go with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It was a short game that I breezed through pretty quickly, but a game that made me feel emotions I have not felt in any other game. I don't think that's a weird way to describe
the infinite hole.
The infinite hole. It's
lots of
just
emotions I felt
such a
there.
spectrum of things happening. I felt like it's creepy, it's weird, it's hilarious. It
gets a little dark.
It makes you question, like, what is a video game? What isn't a video game? And then it turns out that the game itself is a sequel inside the game. And then once you beat the game, you just keep getting more sequels. It's so great. You have to experience it. You can't.
It cannot be explained.
Yeah, if I were to like write down this is what this game is about, you would be like, oh, it's like meta commentary on things. It doesn't sound very good. It's not meta commentary on games, but it does that guised as a game. It's not describable. You have to experience it yourself. If you have not played Stanley Parable, this is the way to play it. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Check it out. I think that it is very worth playthrough. It's very short, and yeah, it's got some of the best voice acting ever.
It is really good.
Micah, what is your award for the Pretty Good Award?
The nominees are Pokemon Legends Arceus and Splatoon 3.
So you're tied between those two.
Yep. And the winner is, I gotta give it to Arceus.
Man, I should have gone with Scarlet.
You should have.
How would that that would have been a good pairing? But I
I
feel like I may have some recency bias with Scarlet.
Who knows? Maybe I have a little bit of nostalgia bias.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not that far into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet yet. but between them, I think I prefer Arceus.
Yeah, can I just throw out that Pokemon Scarlet, I think, may be the best mainline Pokemon game ever. I like what they did with the story. I think that it's fun as heck to play. And the fact that we can, like, there's not a lot to do with the multiplayer. I wish there was more. But the fact that we can both play at the same time in the world and, like, see each other playing and do stuff like that is very fun. It's like Animal Crossing, except you can keep playing your game. No, you
crash things.
Yeah, and you don't have to fly back on a plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in Animal Crossing, you can't really do anything either. You just go and stand on someone else's island. But in Pokemon, if you are both there, you can play your game while being in the same world as other people, which is just a cool way to play. I like that a lot. And I love the Pokemon design, the character design, the voice acting that doesn't exist. I hate that. I hate that so much. But the story and plot went in directions I wasn't expecting. There were quite a few twists that were good. And, you know, I went from not liking Arven to him being maybe one of my favorite characters in the game.
Yeah, he's kind of a turd at the start.
Yeah. It pulls a good old Groose. Plus, speaking of Groose, there is
Pompadour.
A very prominent Pompadour, and that might be what... Actually, I take it back. Arven's not my favorite character. Clive is my favorite character in Pokemon Legends. Not Pokemon Legends, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Clive is so great. Yep. Okay, sorry. I rambled. It's time for the final award of the night. This is the Palys Game of the Year. I see.
You see? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
now continue on announcing the nominees.
The Game of the Year. The nominees are Bayonetta 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Splatoon 3, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And, oh shoot, I was holding it backwards. Sonic Frontiers 1!
Wow, yeah!
I think how this just became a gag. I find it very fitting that we're doing this to Sonic. How much trust.
I've actually heard good things about Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, it's actually, I've heard it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The Palys Game of the Year is Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I mean, like, this was they did the sweep.
Surprise.
They did the sweep, everybody. 30% of the votes went to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Close second-ish. 23% of the votes going to Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And so, yeah. Then followed by Pokemon Legends Arceus, then Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Splatoon 3. Bayonetta 3. Got a lot of love.
So like 2% or something? It's really hard to... 1.7.
1.7% of the votes went to Bayonetta 3. So there you have it, everybody. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for Game of the Year. And that's a wrap on the Palys. Thank you to everybody who participated in voting this year. We'll do this again next year, and we'll have even more votes.
I mean, we'll do it this year too.
This year in 2023 that we are in now, recording this. This has been a great year. I want to close here with the final bonus question we had on the survey that not everybody answered, but we got a lot of good answers for, and that is...
Did you look that up?
I did. I'll tell you what that one is. what was your favorite Nintendo Pals moment from 2022? And I put that can be video, stream, podcast, episode, Discord, chat, etc. And can be from Nintendo Pals, my channel at Andross1, or Micah's at Micah Prime. And here are the responses. We each alternate with these.
It scrolls.
Yeah, there are a lot.
I was wondering why it said 26 responses and I can only see like 8.
Okay.
Some people have the same exact responses somehow. It's kind of weird.
You want to start?
Sure. It's real short. The 24-hour stream.
Yeah, that feels like that was longer. That was
ago.
That was like 2 years ago at this point. That was a fun time.
It was good. It wasn't as difficult to do as I thought it would be. Is it a train?
I don't know what that was. A horn honking?
Yeah, it must have been like a horn.
Yeah, it went by faster than I thought. I definitely crashed in the middle. Like, was really, really tired, and like we'd planned for like a short nap for each of us, and both of us slept way longer than originally. We would just text each other and be like, I'm gonna keep sleeping if that's okay. I slept on stream. Micah was not comfortable doing that. Plus, he wanted to like shower.
And also not be sitting in a chair trying to sleep. Essentially, and I did have a couch,
you didn't have quite the setup. You didn't have the air mattress ready to go like I did.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a fun time. The next one here is either hearing Micah's opinions on cheese or seeing Andross in a Daisy costume.
Both great moments.
Both great moments. Which time of each of those? Because Micah's opinions on cheese came up a lot this last year.
Yeah. Cheese is gross. You're welcome.
It sounded very much like you said Jesus.
Oh, gross. Not what I said.
I was like, what? Cheese is gross. And then, yes, I wore a Daisy costume. The original reason I did that was as a punishment for Breath of the Wild, but I get punished every 5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, and then the next time was because you just enjoyed it so much.
The best part of that, I gotta share the story again of that was that the stream was happening very late at night. Muggles Moo, I came down and was like, hey, can you help me put this on? Because you have to zip up the back. And she's like, are you still streaming? Because I woke her up. She's like, are you still streaming? I'm like, yes.
What? Nah, I just felt like trying this on.
What, you think I'm putting this on for fun? Like, what? And she asked me that a couple times. Like, what? Wait, are you still doing the stream right now? And I'm like, yes, that is why I'm putting on the Daisy costume. So it wasn't just a fun time at nighttime while my wife's asleep. I'm like, oh, let me get the Daisy costume on now that my family's asleep. No, I don't live that kind of life. Next up.
The creation of chat rule.
Yeah, this has a lot, actually. There's creation of chat rule. Chat rule. I felt like there was a lot of chat rule answers. Maybe not. Maybe there was just a couple.
There's 2.
I felt like there was more than that. Yeah, chat rule. AI Invasion. Such a fun game. Shout out again to Doug, who came up with the concept for that game, and then we took it and played it on a Zelda map with our community. Super fun. And I actually reached out to Doug after because we had so many comments on the video that were like, you're stealing ideas. And I was like, hey, is it okay that people do this? Because it is your thing. And he was like,
you're blocked. Never talk to me again.
Yeah, he blocked us. No. He was extremely nice. It was like, my ideas all come from being inspired by other people. Like, if you want to do an idea, you see that it's cool, then do it. And I was like, what a cool guy. And definitely a fun game and idea. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Chat rule forever. That's how it be.
It's how it be.
It's how it be. All right, this answer here. My favorite moments from Nintendo Pals is our community game nights with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Fall Guys. Just good casual fun that we can all enjoy at all skill levels. I like that answer a lot. We did have quite a few of those. We want to do more of those because that's just such a fun way to connect with people in the community. And we have such an awesome group of people that are all hanging out here with Nintendo Pals. So yeah, definitely plan to do more of those more frequently this year.
Yep. And the next is Andross mentioning Pretty Derby.
Pretty Derby.
Pretty Derby.
Pretty Derby. This one's from Dark Milkman. Dark Milkman, who really likes Pretty Derby, the anime about horse girls.
I was like, I don't think I was here for this. I had no idea what that is.
I don't remember when I mentioned it, but it was funny. I have never seen Pretty Derby, just to clarify. I just know of it.
But you know exactly how its name was pronounced, unlike the uninitiated me who thought it was Pretty Derby. Pretty suspicious.
Oh, man. What a time. Another answer for 24-hour stream. Yeah, was that 2022? I think it was. It's been a long year. Then this one here was just a clip, and I know exactly who shared this one. This is from Dan, Retro Logic, and
what clip is this?
This is the clip where I say I have a little butt.
I don't even remember this clip.
I have a butt. I have a little butt. This is a Pals Plus episode, and I don't remember what the context of it is, but that's all that there is to the clip. And I do remember that Dan thought that was super funny, and he retweeted it after clipping it. Man, what a time. Pals Plus. If you're not subscribed on Patreon, do it, because you're missing out on all that exclusive content. Next one.
The anniversary celebration at the start of the summer felt festive and a perfect way to kick off summer.
I don't remember what this was. We did an anniversary celebration.
I have no idea.
Do you remember doing it?
No.
No? No?
I remember doing very few things in my life, and I don't know why.
The anniversary celebration at the start of summer, you know. Oh. Was that when we did the...
Turns out it was Fedorable Will that sent in the I have a small butt clip.
Oh, no. Fedorable Will. I thought that, well, Dan did the clip. Dan made the clip. Yeah, that was
I gotta look through those clips again.
I believe this is when we did the episode where we painted pictures of each other.
Oh, yeah.
That was the anniversary special. And we got Cursed Micah.
And my very good drawing of Andross.
Yeah, it was a very good
drawing. So fantastic.
Speaking of which, I need to find that drawing of you, or did we throw it away?
I know exactly where it is, and I'm not saying anything.
It's got to go back home with you, man.
Nope,
it's got to be up on
where
your
it
wall,
is anymore.
Right next to the Patreon subscriber names.
I can't find it. Don't know what could have happened to it.
You looked over here. Oh, I know where it is. It's by the garbage can.
Yeah, something that garbage can out a little bit.
That's so rude.
I didn't put it there. I think I know exactly who did put it there.
Look at this. I mean, the resemblance is uncanny. It's so bad. It's so bad. I never, ever, ever should make art again. In painting form, anyway. Whew. I need a lot of classes if I'm ever going to have that talent.
I like this next one. It's good memories.
It's your turn to read.
It absolutely is not.
You read the summer?
Heck yeah, I did.
Okay, this answer is, I just loved all the times you argued about Ocarina of Time. So entertaining. Well, I'm glad someone found it entertaining.
See, I gotta give the fans what they want. It's been a while, too. Since I've smacked on Ocarina of Time, so expect that in the near future. Just for you.
But, speaking of Zelda, this next answer.
The Breath of the Wild Halloween Adventure.
The one where
lots
I
of good
wore
costumes.
lots of costumes.
It was good.
And the funny part with that one is like behind the scenes, I had to remake the mummy costume. So I made that one twice where I wrapped myself completely in toilet paper.
How much toilet paper was that?
It was about a roll for both. Not like per, but one
total.
roll total.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I'm a skinny guy.
Didn't realize there's so much toilet paper on those rolls.
Yeah, now you know. If you ever need to wrap yourself up in toilet paper.
I think I might be a little bit more.
You might be a one roll kind of guy.
Well, yeah.
I'm a half roll.
Because I've been
working out. That's so gross.
I don't know if you can't really tell, but I'm very good at sticking my stomach out, and it gets easier.
This is just a not flattering angle for the video version of this. It's because it's the wide lens. Because if we sit forward like this, we notice that we look
slouching.
Yeah, we look.
Well, the best is when you do something like this.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, you got. We look pretty. We look pretty buff.
I like to work out one half of my body.
Yeah, I mean, I work out too sometimes. It comes naturally, actually. I don't have to work out.
I can tell.
Next one. When Andross played Breath of the Wild with his nose, that made me laugh so much. Was that this last year?
Probably.
It probably was. Holy cow! Yeah, that was a fun time. I still need to finish the game like that.
Yeah,
but I had to take a break because after I did the nose % run for Mario Odyssey, my nose hurt for several days.
You need a nose glove.
A nose glove.
I know you have a little bit those. Like the football players have those gloves that have extra grip.
Yeah.
You just get one of those and cut out a finger and cut it up and tape it to your nose, essentially. Oh, man. It'll make it a little easier for you.
Nose % Tears of the Kingdom 2020.
Oh, yeah. First playthrough.
Oh, man. It's up here.
There's a good one coming up.
Yeah.
Extra Life 2022.
Extra Life 2022. That's a good one. That was super fun. Really cool that we got invited to that and that we got to be prominently featured with the team there because those guys are all incredible. The Phoenix Overdrive team with Lee Navarro. What a hero that he puts that all together and organizes that.
What a monitor.
What a monitor he has, yeah.
It's
big
insane.
Curved monitor. Yeah. And we got to meet all of these people in person that we have podcasted with online. And that was super cool. Meeting all the Nintendo dads in person. Meeting Sean Capri. The Snack Network. I'm going to forget people. And I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to feel bad. But community members, we got to meet LPD in person. We got to meet Rizzle in person. We got to meet Hambone Johnny, Mecha Dragon. Who else did we meet? Barry Carenza, of course. We met down there. He gave us the tour of New York City, which was really cool. Him and his wife were awesome. They were very nice. We just met so many people. And I'm sorry if I forgot you because I didn't forget you. I'm just on the spot. I forgot. So yeah, fun time. Extra Life. And we raised so much money for children's hospitals. All of that aside, that's the most important thing. We raised money for charity, and I wore a Tingle costume. And we did a hot tub stream. I forgot about that already,
that was a time.
That was a time.
Do you want me to do the next one, too?
Plocktober.
I just wasn't sure if you're waiting for me or not.
Plocktober. We did. Micah and I both streamed Plock this year.
Yeah, not to brag.
You got very far.
I did real good, apparently.
You didn't win.
Potentially better than Andross has ever done playing Plock.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, there was no question Micah's a better gamer than I am. In most games.
All in the wrists.
Yeah. I think
that's the secret.
Yeah, I think also the ability you have to channel competitive winning over me is just I can't compete with that. He has a superpower. It's like Super Saiyan. If it means beating me at it, then Micah will do very good.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Next one.
Watching Andross win Mario Kart at Extra Life in the Tingle costume.
That was
I
pretty
assume
great.
That's part of why it was such a good memory.
I was the only one dressed in anything, which, I guess,
Yeah.
I just thought, it's a big streaming event. Maybe other people would do wacky stuff. The closest thing to that was Sean Capri in his Mario suit. I came in the full Tingle costume, and I was still cold. It was cold. It was cold.
Oh, yeah, they had to have that AC blasting.
Yeah, because there were
to
so
keep all
many
the PCs
there were
from
so
heating
many
up.
computers. Yeah. That was a fun time. And we still now I have the Tingle costume. It can be broken out at any time.
Yep.
That one I will wear for fun at nighttime. Not the Daisy costume.
Yeah.
The Tingle costume. I'll just be like,
All
woohoo,
those
yeah.
moves, can you zip me up in my Tingle costume?
Let's move on. Getting to hang out and meet you both in person. I don't know who put this, but it was probably one of the Nintendo dads or Sean Capri.
I bet it wasn't Tim, though.
Might have been
In
Tim.
fact, I guarantee it wasn't Tim.
Why?
Because he also says, when I got to hang out with them in New York, best
Tim.
days ever.
Tim.
It's pretty confident the other one wasn't also Tim.
Purple Rio says, you thought other people would dress as Tingle? No, I thought other people would dress up, like do costumey type things for their streams. It's fine. It's fine. I went above and beyond. Yep. I was the only one there like that.
Yep.
We definitely stood out. Like a
People
sore
will
thumb.
remember you.
People
for
will
sure.
remember me. Like that's that guy that won the Mario Kart tournament dressed as Tingle.
They'd probably remember what you won. I think you won something.
I won
He was dressed as Tingle.
a PS3/PS4 USB wheel.
Unfortunately, he can't use it with his PS5.
Yeah, that I don't have. I don't have a PlayStation, period. Anywho. The next one is just a cheese emote. More cheese.
Very offended by that one. Very offended.
And then a comment here that says Seth is a great addition. And I don't quite know what that has to do. That doesn't answer this question, but it is true. Seth is fantastic.
Did we just have one episode with him?
This last year?
Yeah.
No, we did.
I
Several.
seem to remember more than one, but I wasn't sure. Maybe I was remembering from too
Yeah,
long ago.
maybe they're talking about when Seth guested. Our show peaked when Seth was on it. That I'm fair. Fair.
Is that you, Seth?
Every time Micah somehow
Pulled off a pro gamer move.
Every time Micah somehow cheated to win AI Invasion, at least at the last second. Which, yeah, that was...
Hey, pro gamer move.
Hashtag
when in
chat.
doubt, ask the angels for help.
This is what I was saying. Hashtag chat rule forever. It was on here more than twice. So great. And... you want to read this one?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just supporting the Gamer Girl podcast.
What a hero.
I can respect it.
What a hero. This person here commented Sega Bros. Don't know what that is.
We played a Gunstar.
True.
And a little bit of...
Sonic came out this year. Frontiers.
Oh, yeah.
This truly was a Sega Bros podcast. This person commented off the wall, which I don't understand how that even remotely answers the question. What was your favorite Nintendo Pals moment from 2022? But off the wall is pretty great. Presto the Magnificent is such a vital member to the Nintendo Pals community that off the wall is a moment from Nintendo Pals in 2022. I'm just gonna say it. Like Presto is like one of the most prolific and prominent community members in the Nintendo Pals Discord, and like watches all the stuff that we put out. And I can't shout out his show enough, Off the Wall. It is so great. More people need to be listening to it. He is a very creative individual. Next.
Meeting y'all in New York City.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that were happy to meet us. That's cool. I wish that I had done more hanging out instead of shopping at the Nintendo store. I feel a little bad about that, but I did get this cool shirt.
So worth it.
So it was kind of worth it. I spent 2 hours in the store, guys. Too long. Anyway. Leg waxing.
Andross's favorite moment of the year as well, I think.
Yeah, video coming out for that very soon, actually. Stay tuned. Andross 1 on YouTube. And last answer on here is the Halloween Trivia Night. Another Seth episode. But that was on their channel, the All In podcast. And that is produced, that game show is produced by Eric, the other host at All In. And he does a fantastic job. That trivia is very good. This is like, and the way the game show's put together is like Jeopardy level of questions and formatting. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And I hope we get invited back next year. I think it should just be tradition. I would love it because it's a fun time. It was really hard to see the questions this year because of my costume.
Yeah, I forgot you wore a Pikmin costume. It was horrifying.
It was a mistake of a costume. I'll say it looked great in the photos we took, but
it's different when you see it in real person.
Practicality, it was so hard to see anything. We couldn't see like 20 feet in front of us. My wife kept crashing the stroller into things. This is very fun. Fun time. Good memories. And that's what this is all about. Your favorite Nintendo Palace moments from 2022. What was your favorite moment from this last year?
I think it was actually when I pulled off that pro gamer move and won AI Invasion the first time. And of course the second time when I also won beating Chat Rule. And did we do the third time?
No. We've done 2 and then we did AI Adventure.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you won one. My favorite moment,
the Poot Alliance.
My favorite moment might be when I cracked an egg on my head and then it perfectly fell and splattered on my microphone.
That was good. I'd forgotten about that.
With the Groose music playing.
Actually, my favorite moment might have been when I flipped over that card and read that Sonic Frontiers was the winner.
Oh, well, this has been the Palys and a look back at this last year with the Nintendo Pals podcast. Thank you, everybody who's listened to the show and has stuck with us. This episode marks the end of Season 2 for Nintendo Pals podcast. And we have an announcement.
We're announcing things.
Yeah.
2 things, kind of.
Season 3 is starting.
That's what we're announcing.
I don't know where I was going. We don't have notes for this part, guys. So this is on.
We had notes for other parts.
This is on the fly. We were. Yes, these are notes. I mean, the blues might have been mixed up a little bit, but we're fine. We're good. Season 3, we're trying something a little different. We are splitting the podcast into 2 episodes per week.
Those are the 2 things I was talking about.
That's the 2 things Micah was talking about. We are going to have a episode that focuses on news, what we're playing, news and rumors, and then a second episode in the week that takes the other 2 segments.
All the other things
which
that we didn't mention yet.
Community Corner and the PAL topic. The reason we are doing this is to hopefully get a shorter podcast going, because our podcasts have now reached a point where they're all going over 2 hours, and we're hoping that each of those podcasts will be about 45-ish minutes to an hour. And I think that's more approachable for newcomers who are discovering our show for the first time, rather than having to sit down and commit to a 2-hour long podcast. Plus, it eases up the editing and back-end stuff on our end, and hopefully gives each of those segments a little bit, each of those sections a little bit more breathing room. and more content. So what does this mean exactly for the live recording and Patreon? Well, we're going to be making some changes to the Patreon reward for the podcast delivery. That will now be, you will get the podcast a day before the general public gets the podcast and it goes live. The podcast will now release on Monday night, and Monday night and Wednesday night are the 2 nights that the podcast will go up. And Friday night will be the Nintendo Pals Plus for Patreon subscribers only, because that's a Patreon exclusive show. And so for those that are subscribed to us on Patreon, you'll get to listen. You'll have a Nintendo Pals podcast content Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they'll be shorter, more bite-sized chunks than 3 2-hour-long podcasts, because we just don't have time to produce that long of episodes. And yeah, we're just hoping we're going to try this out. We'll see how it goes. This will be things change here. Are we streaming both recording times? We're not sure yet. Still in the works on how we're going to be streaming that. I think for now we'll probably keep to streaming both of the recordings on Friday night, and then the podcast will actually go up Monday and Wednesday the following week, and Pals Plus will go up that Friday night after we finish recording. And if we can manage it, we'll probably split that up eventually. But yeah, that's what you need to know as a listener, is that Season 3 is starting, and there will now be 2 episodes per week, and each of those will be shorter, not the one long 2-hour long episode. Yep. We're on what?
We're using the hot tub stream scene.
Yeah. I just didn't change the name.
I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, this is
the scene in OBS is titled Hot Tub Stream.
Listen, I was just lazy. I didn't change the name. I just changed it. Anywho, I hope this is a good change, and I hope people like it. We'll make a more formal announcement about it in the first episode, which will be coming sometime next week. So, with that, that's the end of the Palys and episode 122 and season 2 of Nintendo Pals. Thanks everybody for the fantastic year with 2022, and here's hoping that 2023 is equally awesome.
Or better.
We gotta rap some Patreon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on.
We want to be the best that ever was. And shout out our pals over on Patreon.
LPD, Rizzle, Retrologic Day, U-Dog Gamer, Slim Tor, Spanish, and Solo Something, Brian Knight, Little Miss 7, and Cosmic.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon.
K9 Katina, Third Strongest Moon, Tim the Nintendo Daddle, and Seth Sturgill, Monkey Thunder, Purple Yoda, Dat John, and Lava Plays 2.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon.